Super excited to show you a new concept for foil track that we've been working on. So we've been working on development together with Core, German kite and foil brand. We've been making boards for Core for a couple of years now. We can work really well with their engineering department. So they've kind of been helping out. We also needed someone to produce these masts. So, it'd be cool to work with them. We only do boards. We don't do any masts or foils or anything. We could, but we decide to let that other people do that stuff. So the goal behind this, the original idea was that like the twin tracks that everybody use, they're basically just surfboard fin boxes that got adapted for foiling and somehow became the industry standard. Of course, there's also still the Tuttle box, which was in the past a surfboard, normal windsurfboard fin box. Also not really designed for foiling. The problem with both of those is that you really need to beef everything up to make a secure connection. And especially with the twin tracks that are the standard, you need to make a mast with a really big pedestal to like get all those forces distributed evenly. But then you almost got to do the same thing inside the board. So you got to make it this really strong, and you got to make this extremely strong to cope with all those forces. And it's actually a very inefficient type of connection. Plus, you need to have a really big flat section in your board where the thing mounts. So it limits your design in how you do bottom contours. It's also a reason why we don't like boards with a really, really long tracks, because it essentially means you need a massive flat section where you maybe don't even want a flat section. In some boards, you want a flat section there, but in a lot of boards, you kind of want to have curves like these mid-lengths. You want to go into those curves really quickly. So we decided to try and design a foil box that is 100% designed for foiling. And this is how the Radix track came about. So here it is. You can see this track is, so inside here is a tapered hole. This is a tapered fit in here, and it comes with the two T-nuts attached to the mast. So you can unscrew them, but they should remain on your mast. There's only 2 instead of 4. And these are relatively small, as you can tell. Inside the track, there's a ledge where these kind of click in. So there's no hole to sink your T-nuts or anything. It's all integrated, and as you can see, it looks super, super smooth. How it works is you basically drop this in the position where you want. You can see it sticks proud. Well, you need a tool. If you look in there, you'll see that T-nut there. As soon as I start turning this, you see? The T-nut will start to turn 45 degrees or 90 degrees, and it locks in that position. So you lock it till it's tight. You take this one, you start turning. It also turns and locks in that position. And now it starts to tighten. As soon as you start tightening this, you pull this into the track. You go a bit front, bit back. It's better to go. And it completely tightens down the flange. So what this does, it pulls this tapered fit inside this carbon track. It preloads the track, which is a bit of a technical term, but it basically means it puts tension on the carbon, making the carbon perform like basically as one piece. So it kind of makes this and the track inside the board one piece and act as one piece, really tight in there together. This makes it much easier to reinforce, and you can do a lot of reinforcement inside the board. You don't need the reinforcement here anymore. And in total, you're going to lose quite a lot of material, because all that extra material that you put in to make it first like this and then essentially back into the board, you can make it into a more efficient platform. And it's really nice in there. You can see the water flow around this is, of course, much better. So we see this probably first being adapted to people that now use Tuttle. So race foilers are the number one user of Tuttle, but also windsurfing, still a lot of Tuttle use. But eventually this track is not limited to racing or high performance riding. It should be available in normal and also more budget friendly boards as well, for sure. We also have a starting collaboration with Cedrus. They do universal mast. So in this case, this has a KT adapter on here, so we can ride the KT foil and not stuck to the core foil. And this is an aluminum adapter that also fits in the track. So we had this made so we can start prototype testing with different foil brands. But this, you can also see this as like a cheaper solution. You could put this on an aluminum mast. It could be a user-friendly, budget-friendly solution. And then also the track now is, of course, full carbon, but we're thinking about like making also a more budget-friendly plastic tracks in the future. We just got to figure out everything first, how that works. If you want to take it off, it's actually the coolest part, I think, about the whole system. If you unscrew this and it's fully loose, there's only a small turn to loosen it because it's stuck in there. So it's still stuck. So with the tunnel, they also always get stuck. You need like a mallet to hammer them out. You see the guys racers always hammer it out. We came up with another solution. So if you keep turning this T-nut out, it bottoms out on the bottom of the track. Like this, it bottoms out. And if you keep turning, it starts pushing the track up and out. So you just keep turning this, and I turn the front a little bit. Now it's completely loose. You can pull it up. There you go. So it's only 2 screws. No hassle with loose T-nuts. Everything is in one piece. Quick, smooth, and it works super well already. So, bit of background about the system. It's still a concept, essentially. This is a rideable board. This is a rideable mast that Core made. It's something that we're going to test a bit more also next week when we're here, and then moving into the next couple of months. We're here presenting it now also to just show or to just get a grip of what the demand would be from other brands. Because we need other brands, of course, to join in on the program. We cannot make this the new standard if we are the only brand making it. But a lot of other brands also can't really start this, because if a big brand will start it, then the other big brands will say no. And we at Appletree Surfboard are fairly flexible, and we don't really have any enemies in the industry. So we thought, like, if we develop it, maybe we can make a much better platform to move the sport forward that everyone can use. Luckily, so far, the interest has been amazing. Like, the whole industry has almost been here already, and everyone's had a hands-on feel with the system, and everyone's like, oh yeah, that could actually work really well. Still needs a lot of work. It's not done yet, but the concept is proven, essentially. So we're going to go from here. Don't expect to see any of these on the water before maybe next year. We probably have some samples going around, and then maybe 27, the first production boards. But that's the kind of time frames you need to think about with something radically new like this. We want to do it well. We don't want to rush this to market. But yeah, any questions anyone has, just please leave a comment. We're always more than happy to answer. And I'm actually interested in questions that people have. So if you have any questions, Luke.
Awesome, man. Hey, thanks for sharing. And maybe it'll be the same thing that Steve Meyer did for No Limits, from standard diameter to skinny.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be something?
Exactly. Yeah. I know Steve really well, so he's probably stoked with his new system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Cool. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for stopping by, Luke. Had a look at our new products. We've got some other stuff coming on, but I can't really show it yet. So yeah, keep an eye on the socials. We'll be launching new stuff throughout the next couple of months and into next year. So keep an eye out. Appletree Surfboards, AWSI 2025.
Awesome, man. Nice to see you.
Cool.